quite long, and I apologise because I'm going to go into quite a lot of detail, right? If you're going to change the world, you sort of need to know how to do it in some detail, right? It's not a like, turn up with your banner, wave it a few times, and everything changes, right? It's complicated. It's complicated. So, I apologise if it's going to leave you a little bit, like, unclear. You, at the end of the session, you can ask people about some of the complicated technical sides of it, and hopefully other people will be able to help you. And then obviously you can ask some questions, yeah? So that's the first thing to say. Second thing to say is I'm going to say quite a lot of critical things, right? And as I said at the beginning, this is not personal, right? Some of you are going to get a little bit upset because you've been doing the wrong thing, right? I'm just going to tell you why you've been doing the wrong thing. But it doesn't mean that I think you're a bad person, right? Don't need to take it personally, no doubt some of you will, but it's nothing personal. And we have to start being real about this, right? We can't afford to be nice because we're going to carry on doing the wrong thing. So, I've been like battling away probably for 30 years, trying to get people to be more effective, right? I started reading about revolutionary change when I was 15. I've been doing it for 35 years. I know my stuff, okay? I've walked the talk, I've been arrested more times than I can think of, I've been to prison 4 times, I've been beaten up, I've done a lot of stuff. I've failed and I've succeeded. So, when you're talking, what I want to emphasise is, I'm not an academic. I am an academic, but I've also done it. And we're going to talk more about this in the final section. The final section is about what we're about in our lives, which might sound really like fluffy, but until you sort of understand what you're doing here on the earth for the next 50 years, you can't really get the strength to sort of go and do all this stuff I'm going to tell you about. Alright, so let's start with the upsetting news. The upsetting news is that 99% of what climate activism has done for the last 30 years has catastrophically failed, right? Catastrophically failed. And that's because of a killer fact. I'm going to go through a few killer facts, right? And I'm sure lots of people, if you're from nice NGOs and what have you, I know there's 1 or 2 people here, they're going to tell us all the great things they've been doing. And I've been doing lots of great things as well, and I've catastrophically failed, alright? So, it's nothing personal, as I've said, you know. I've been sending off the emails, I've been sending the money to Friends of the Earth, you know, I've been doing permaculture courses, I've been growing vegetables. I spent like 10 years sitting there on my farm thinking the kids are going to sort this out, right? And you guys didn't, or the people that are a little bit older, they didn't sort it out. Because of a killer fact, right? You can talk about, you know, legislation, you can talk about nature research, you can talk about education, but there's a killer fact, isn't there? The killer fact is since 1990, CO2 emissions have increased by 60%. In 1990, scientists stood up and told the world what I've just told you in the previous section, that the human race is heading for extinction, that human societies are going to face social collapse if we continue to put CO2 into the atmosphere. The CO2 warms up the earth, we can't grow food, people will starve. There's nothing new about this information. But since then, millions of people have been working really hard to sort this situation out, and they've catastrophically failed, including myself. I think since 2000, the carbon emissions that have been emitted have been half all the carbon emissions that have ever been emitted. Think about that. Since Al Gore did his Inconvenient Truth video, right? CO2 emissions 2 years ago went up by 1.6. Last year they went up by 2.7. It's getting worse, right? In the previous section I told you within 10 years there will be social collapse around the world. Maybe next year. So, why? The reason why we catastrophically failed is because the people organising campaigning activism have not been doing the right stuff. In 1989, communism collapsed. And there was a book called The End of History. It's a very famous book. And its thesis was this, that social democracy was now the only system in the world and the only form of effective political action was liberal democratic paradigm. The neoliberal paradigm. The neoliberal paradigm goes like this. The world's basically okay, but there's some problems. We call those issues. And the issues are a problem, and we do something about that issue, and we sort it out, and society gets a little bit better. There's a lot going for that theory. It happens to be totally fucked. Okay? Because we haven't just got a little issue, we've got the end of the human race. That's not an issue. It's the whole system. But everyone in the political space for the last 30 years has been in this big paradigm. And when you're in a paradigm, it means that's what you think exists. But it's not. It's just one way of looking at the world. And that way of looking at the world involves the following sort of things. Marches, emailing, lobbying, leafleting. All these things are in the neoliberal paradigm. The assumption is that by providing information to people, they will change. We've just established information is important, but information on its own is absolutely useless when you're dealing with the end of the human race. When you're dealing with a system-wide problem. When you're dealing with a whole economic and social system which is heading towards mass suicide. And the reason why it's heading to mass suicide is because too many people are making too much money out of it. It's as simple as that. And they're the people in power. And those people are not going to change by lobbying them, by talking to them, by joining the committees, by engaging with them, by having a conversation with them, right? All sounds great. The only way we are going to maximise the probability that you guys are not going to die in the next 30 years is by upsetting people. Now, I'm not saying that to you because I'm unpleasant, radical, rhetorical, or just an arsehole, right? I'm telling it you as an award-winning social scientist on radical political change. My personal opinion is irrelevant here. I'm telling you the social science. The social science is clear. When Martin Luther King organised civil resistance, civil disobedience In the American Deep South in the 1960s, they had a joke. And the joke was that they only had 2 books to go on. The Bible and the autobiography of Gandhi. In other words, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Right? They had to work it out. And if you read a history of the civil rights movement, it was total chaos, right? It's all been like, you know, like they do with history. It all looks like nice and clear. Martin Luther King came along. He was a nice guy. Sorted out racism. Right? No. They were getting it wrong. People died. People got upset. People left the movement. People hated each other. Right? It was a mess. Welcome to the real world changing society, right? But since then, there's been 40 years of systematic social research on how to radically change society in an effective way that works, based upon evidence, not on the period since 1989, which is one of the biggest aberrations in history. That's been dream time, right? We've all been asleep for 30 years. We need to look at the long sweep of history. And one of the main scholars, Erica Chenoweth, came to the UK earlier in the year, and she said at the end of her lecture, we no longer have any excuses. She talked about the Martin Luther King joke, the Bible and the Gandhi book, right? But she spent her whole career systematically studying what makes social change effective when you're dealing with systemic opposition by an entrenched power elite. So we're not talking about clearing up litter in the park here, right? What we're talking about is a project that involves the mass death of the younger generation. And one of the important things to understand about history is elites regularly kill their populations. Read about the Roman Empire. There's nothing unusual in the wider sweep of history of elites designing genocide. In fact, that is the norm. Because one of the things about an elite is that it will maintain its power regardless of how many people have to die. That's how it became an elite in the first place. So what does Erica Chenoweth say? This is the killer fact. That the most effective way to bring about radical, progressive political change when you're dealing with an entrenched power elite is mass participation, civil disobedience. That means a lot of people breaking the law. Let's concretize it, right? It's not an abstraction. It means you're sitting in the road, the police come up, they drag you off, they put you in a police van, you go to a police station, you fill in a form, you go to a room, something unpleasant may or may not happen to you, and then you get let out. It's a concrete act. And there's reasons why civil disobedience works. There's three main elements to civil disobedience. The first one is disruption. The fact of the matter is, nothing will change until there is mass disruption in this continent. In France, in Germany, and the UK, and every other country in Europe. There has to be mass disruption. And again, I'm not telling you that because I'm radical or because I'm being rhetorical. I'm telling you that as a social scientist. I happen to be radical as well. But that's not the point. What we're doing in this session, and why we're talking about Extinction Rebellion, is because Extinction Rebellion is based upon this evidence. Extinction Rebellion was not a bunch of guys that got into a pub one day and went on the street the next. The reason Extinction Rebellion has got 100,000 people signed up to it in the UK is because we had a plan. And that plan was based on research, on evidence. Not on what we like to think is true, but what is true, based upon evidence. That's why we've been successful. So disruption works because no one's going to pay attention to you until things get fucked up. That's how it works. When those London drivers are driving to work, they're not thinking about the climate crisis. When they're stuck into traffic for 3 hours, they're going to be thinking about the climate crisis. That's how it works. First of all, you have to get their attention. And through disruption, you get the attention. And through disruption, you create the most essential thing that is needed to create radical change. And that is emotional distress. People do not change through information. They change through emotional distress. We all know this in our personal lives, right? There's someone in your house who doesn't do the washing up. You say, please, can you do the washing up? And you give them some information about why it's a good idea to do the washing up. What happens? They don't do the washing up. And then you go into the kitchen and you shout at them, do the fucking washing up! They get upset, right? Then they'll start doing the washing up. It's not complicated. It doesn't guarantee they'll do the washing up. Okay? I'll go on to some of the micro design elements in a minute. But it puts you in the ballpark of them doing the washing up. Because what I'm going to tell you is not guaranteed to work. That's very important to understand. What I'm telling you is being nice is guaranteed not to work. Okay? Not being nice puts you in the ballpark of being successful. So think of a labour strike. In the 1880s, the working class in Europe discovered the labour strike, the mass labour strike. If you go to an employer and say, I want to have a wage increase, you know what they say? No. It's market forces. Before I did Extinction Rebellion, I did 1.5 years with grassroots unions in London organising casualised workers. Those guys haven't had a wage increase for 30 years. They're on £4 an hour.